Hello audience, my name is Teddy Bear and today I want to share the ultimate video to answer all your questions about the murders of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. For many people, Five Nights at Freddy's is just a horror game that is played by YouTubers like Markiplier and PewDiePie for the scares. However, the thing that hooked me so much about Five Nights at Freddy's many others was the story. It all begins with the murder of a child in the first restaurant of Five Nights at Freddy's. The restaurant was called Fredbear's Diner and outside there was a crying child until a mysterious purple guy came and murdered it with no remorse. You see, the game might be really simple, but once you start to think about the story, your brain could explode into 1000 different pieces since it's really that complicated. With the introduction of Five Nights at Freddy's 3, we have a new animatronic which we call for this video's purpose Springtrap. The events of Five Nights at Freddy's 3 play after 30 years after the incident, and Springtrap is supposedly the only animatronic left. There is a huge debate going on in the internet right now about the identity of Springtrap, since we can see a brain inside the animatronic's head. But first, let's start off with the things that we have clear facts of. For this video, let's say that there are 3 known restaurants. Fredbear's Family Diner, the restaurant where the child outside was murdered by Purple Guy, Freddy Fazbear's Diner in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, where the infamous bite of 87 happened, and the Freddy Fazbear Diner in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, where Phone Guy supposedly died in Night 4 by the attacks of the animatronics. Before we start, we need to find out where we can categorize Springtrap into these 3 restaurants. The first restaurant, the Fredbear's Family Diner, Springtrap could not have come from, since at that time the Family Diner was very small, and since the restaurant is called Fredbear's Diner, only Freddy and Bonnie were the animatronics. You might wonder why I mentioned Bonnie, since we can't see him in the minigame. It could be that it was also Bonnie in the first diner, since Freddy and Bonnie are both Fredbears. Bonnie is indeed called Bonnie the Bunny, but he's a Fredbear as well if you compare him with Freddy. It's just that he's themed as a bunny that makes him get called Bonnie the Bunny. Freddy was probably used at day and Bonnie at night. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and Five Nights at Freddy's 1, we do know that he had been here, since in the Steam greenlight of Scott Cawthon it says that the new animatronic was discovered. So where did this Springtrap animatronic come from? Let's just take a look at Springtrap. This animatronic does not look at all like a friendly animatronic for kids. He also seems more advanced, proven by the 5 fingers that he has, which no other animatronic to this date had, and he also has face gimmicks and improved eye movement. If we compare this animatronic to the others, he looks very expensive, meaning that there has to be a big reason to waste so much money on him, since he was never used in the restaurants. The reason for that is to kill. In the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 teaser trailer, we can see a grey Bonnie that really comes close to Springtrap in appearance, and he hands over cake to children. However, this animatronic looks like some sort of costume that a human can zip himself into in order to trick children into believing that it's the actual animatronic Bonnie. Now in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, you can see Withered Bonnie missing his face, which could have been taken off, implemented on the suit, and then used to destroy the Fredbear's Diner reputation. As most of you guys probably know, I'm one of the first people to develop the theory that the Purple Guy is the CEO, but for this video's sake, we will still call him Purple Guy until the end. It would be a smart move of the killer to cut off Bonnie's face and implement it into his suit, since the police would really guess it were the Fredbear guys and not some random killer. After successfully murdering the child, the company was sold to Fazbear Entertainment. Now in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 teaser trailer, we can also see a golden Freddy suit that once again looks like a suit that someone can zip inside. Our next murder is in the back room of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 backstage. There, 5 children were lured backstage in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 restaurant by someone wearing a yellow costume, and they were killed right there. You might wonder at this point who wears a yellow suit in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Got renamed Yellow Freddy to Golden Freddy because of the community. This was once again the killer taking a suit, going outside and murdering the 5 children. The difference however to this murder is that he did in fact get inside the suit which is why it looks more like a animatronic in the Golden Freddy picture of the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 teaser trailer than a zippable human suit. You might also have noticed that in the picture the killer has white eyes, which I will talk about in the end. If Springtrap was the suit to be used in the murders, it would have been kept by the police as evidence, which of course would have kept the Fazbear Fright guys from opening their restaurant with Springtrap as the main attraction. We are starting to get closer to the answer, guys. The killer in the Golden Freddy suit in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was sentenced and caught by civilians. However, the twist is that they only saw the Golden Freddy suit, so they could have sentenced the wrong person. What really makes me believe that the true killer wasn't caught is because the same error was made in Foxy's case. The murderer noticed that the police started to get on track with him, so he got himself an advanced killer machine, Springtrap, to do his murdering. In Five Nights at Freddy's 1, there was a murder to the 5 children, which you can see in the minigame with Foxy. Foxy runs out, notices a purple guy standing outside. He goes to the children to surprise them, and when he does it again, the children were all killed, and the purple guy was gone. You need to remember, the purple guy was outside and not inside the place where the murdering happened. Since Foxy was in the crime place, he was blamed for the murders and was put out of order by the Fazbear Entertainment. Of course, we do not know if Springtrap caused these murders, but it would be pretty easy for the murderers to get away with this, since he would leave hardly any traces with Springtrap. After 10 murders in his restaurant and 1 murder that did happen before he purchased the company of the family diner, the CEO still wants to continue his business. Just to quote him a little bit, in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 he says, "It's a minor setback, we are confident that we will reopen one day, even if it's with a smaller budget." Secondly, after in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, which you can read on the clippings, these characters will live on. In the hearts of kids, these characters will live on. He really tries to win the sympathy of the public with his words. One thing is for sure, if he did care about the children, he would have stopped running his business a long time ago. And I really think that he was aware about the reputation of the Fazbear Diner when he bought the company, leading to our conclusion that by a very high chance, the CEO is the murderer. He was able to take the top leading direction in such a corrupt company. He also is spreading his corrupt words on the press in hope that he can continue his business of his murders. Now that we have every question sorted out, one big question remains. Who is inside Springtrap, since we can clearly see a brain? Personally, I think it is actually the CEO guy himself that got caught by the marionette, the first child to die. One thing that makes me believe in that is that Scott uploaded a picture where a text said in purple, "He always does." Springtrap also has the same white eyes as costumes on the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 teaser trailer. I think that it's pretty ironic that the suit that he made to kill children was used to stuff him inside and turn him into a lifeless killing machine. The marionette did get his revenge, however it looks like this is not the end. It wants to murder every adult as long as it exists. How will we stop this marionette and his thirst for revenge? In the cheat game was got caught and we saw files of the marionette in the game folders, so he will also be in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. However, that is for another video. The mysterious events of the murder of Five Nights at Freddy's were finally revealed and are not a secret anymore. But hey, that was just a theory, a teddy bear theory. Thanks for watching. Thanks guys for watching this super long video. This video only happened because of Tom Horo, aka Tom Artist. This guy made a pretty awesome theory in my subreddit that I just felt forced to make a video about. And also I'm a big fan of the game theories as well. That's why I finished the video that way. Don't forget to comment me your thoughts and subscribe if you aren't part of the Teddy Bear Army yet. Thanks for watching and I'll see you, Teddy Bear Army, till next time. Peace.